How old are you guys?
I'm
11. What was that? I couldn't hear anything. That's not very helpful. Okay, let's start again. I'm going to say a number, and just put your hands up if you're that old, okay? Hands up if you're 1. 1? Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, good. 9. Most of you. 10. Some of you. 11. Couple. 12. 13. Okay, we stop at 12 years old. All right. All right. How many of you guys have ever thought about university before? University. Any of you guys know what you want to become? I'm going to leave. On the count of 3, I'll let you shout it out. 3, 2, 1. Go, go, go.
Prime Minister! Footballer!
All right. So it sounds like you guys have thought a bit about like your lives and where you want to go and things like that. When I was a little bit younger, I didn't actually know what I wanted to become after, but I think I really like this subject called economics. Have any of you ever heard of that before?
Yeah.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
It's this thing to do with money and like where people spend money and what people buy and things like that. So that's what I really enjoyed doing, right? But the problem that I had was actually how much university was going to cost. Because it's really expensive now, actually. So, do you guys know how much it costs?
Yeah. About £40,000.
Okay, so I'll give you guys the number now. It's a lot of money. Every single year you go to university. Now you have to spend just for your studying, so just to sit with a teacher in a classroom for a year, it's £9,250 every single year. Crazy, right? And university, how long is it, by the way? Is it 1 year long?
7.
If you're a doctor, that's crazy. I don't know how long doctors study for. They're still studying. It's like 6 years or 5 years or 7 years or something for doctors. Most degrees at university are 3 years long. For those of you that are maths geniuses, if each year is 9,000, okay, no, it's a bit of a hard question. I'll try. Let's see if you guys can get it. If each year is 9,250, how much is a 3-year degree?
27,350.
Close, very close.
27,060.
Yeah, not quite. Yes.
27,600. 27,750.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's a lot of money, isn't it? All right. £27,750. Yes.
Some people don't go to university.
Because you don't have to. Some people want to do something else, and that's okay, right? For me, I wanted to go, but I didn't know how to pay for it. And normally you can borrow, you guys know what a loan is? A loan is when you borrow money from somebody.
But it's very dangerous because you might be charged interest.
Yes. Now, you can borrow money from different places. For university, you can borrow it from the government. I didn't want to do that because I just didn't want to have a loan. So I wanted to figure out a way to pay for university myself, right? How much did it cost again?
9,000.
For 3 years, guys. I hope that you gave me the right answer. Why are you going to get it wrong now? Okay, it's a lot of thousands of pounds. All right. We got it. It's a lot of money, right? So this is where this whole business stuff comes in, and I hope someday some of you guys can actually make this happen. You can, trust me. And I'm going to tell you what a business is. A business is a problem that you want to fix. That's all it is. Right? It's a problem that you want to fix. Now, my problem was trying to figure out how to pay for my studies, not to pay for my education. What's that?
My dad, he used to be a manager for CBC Radio Umar, and he was the founder of Sync Out in Riyadh.
Oh, your dad's an awesome person. And it gets a bit challenging, right? Because you don't know what problems to solve. So what I want you guys to start thinking of, just as you're walking around and stuff, is just think about, I wonder if this could be different. I wonder how I can make this quicker, or this faster, or this easier to use. Right? Just constantly think like that. To give you a real life example of where that happens, you know, sometimes people have car accidents, right? Sometimes, you know, the driver isn't maybe looking properly, or they don't see what's happening, and the cars hit each other, or they hit something on the side. So, one company, what they thought that they could do was, I wonder if we can just get rid of accidents. Because what are they doing? They're focusing on what? Trying to find problem solvers. Trying to find problems, right? And what's the big problem here? Cars? Crashing. You want to stop that happening. You want to stop people getting hurt. So, what they did was, they thought, I wonder what's causing cars to crash. Not traffic. Who's behind the wheels?
The driver.
The driver. And what causes the problems? The drivers sometimes don't pay attention. They don't know what's going on. Or they just quickly lose concentration, or they get something happens. So what they thought was, I wonder if there's a way to stop that happening, where the drivers don't have to concentrate anymore. So you know what they came up with? Yes. Cars that drive themselves. So they're trying to make it happen now, but the reason they're trying to make it happen was, how do you stop people getting hurt in car accidents? You stop people driving the cars. That's what they came up with. And it's great, because they're constantly thinking of what? Problems. Thinking of problems that you want to fix and problems that you want to solve. And it doesn't matter if you don't end up fixing them, or you don't end up solving them, but the days that you guys get a little bit older, and maybe even now, to be honest, if you find something that you wish was a bit different, or you wish was a bit nicer or easier to use, start thinking of different ways that you can make that happen. Because that's how you actually make businesses, or how you make a successful company. Yeah?
You see the thing about the car? Basically, isn't that kind of dangerous though if it doesn't work? Like, it might not work.
It's dangerous when? If
it doesn't work.
What if it does work?
Yeah, but still, you don't want to take any risks. They tested it.
It's exactly that. Computers are actually safer than humans. They make less mistakes. Like, how many times has your calculator made a mistake with a math question?
Never.
But how many times do people make mistakes with math questions? Because when you tell a computer to do something enough times, it just works, right?
But what if it wasn't coded properly?
Then what do you need to do?
Get your money back.
Or code it properly, you know? You can do either. Yeah.
Do you need a driver's license then?
I don't know. I don't
A
know.
little kid can just be in the back and then the car can
You know
drive.
what they might do is that they might just change how cars look on the inside, where they just have like a sofa area instead. That'd be amazing, right? Anyways, guys, you can have your sofa cars later, right? So, always think of what? What was that word again? Problems. Try and solve problems. Try and see things in a way that, I wonder how I can make this better for other people. So the first lesson is you try and find a problem. Now, so one moment, right? Any business is always solving problems for somebody. Most of the time, it's a problem you're solving for who first? For yourself, right? Because it's something that you faced. My problem was I didn't know how to pay for university. So that's what I tried to fix. And what I thought that I could do relatively well, like I thought I could do okay, was to teach people. Because if you can teach somebody who's like 5 years old something, you can probably teach somebody who's 30 years old too, right? So that's what I did. I taught one person, then 3 people, then 5, then 10, then 20. Like I worked really hard to teach as many people as I could until I could pay for my entire degree, like all £27,000, all of it, right? And I didn't have to take it on. And then the next big thing for me was to figure out, what do I want to do next? But what should my focus be? What should I do now that I'm paid for university? Should I just get a job?
No, but
Yeah.
why would you need to go to university if you already have your business?
That's a very, very good question. What if you found and made your business work whilst at university? Because that's what
I got
happens.
one.
I started it at the same time as university. So they both grew together. As I went on in university, the business got a bit bigger, right? And then by the time it got big enough, there's only about a year left of university anyway. And so that's when I just finished off university and moved on, right? Yeah.
But you see, like, but doesn't most, if you wanted to like carry on your business but get a job as well, doesn't most jobs need like a degree on something?
The degree is nice, you don't have to have it. But anyway, so for me it's, you can help a couple hundred people, maybe 1,000 people, but this is kind of my big question, and for those of you that want to build the biggest businesses in the world, you have to have this question in your head too. Right? If any of you ever want to build something huge and amazing, you have to ask yourself this question, which is what I asked myself. How can I help 1 billion people? That's the big question, right? How do you help 1 billion people? And that's why I started this thing here, which is kind of the company that I have called Student. And it helps connect students and tutors, so it's something you can speak to your parents about as well. When you're stuck on questions, you can take your parents' phone and actually ask a question, and the question gets given to really smart teachers who will help you get an answer. One thing that I'm really excited to do is to figure out how to help 1 billion people with questions and answers. What you guys end up doing doesn't have to be this. I'm not even telling you to make it this. It should be whatever you find enjoyable and whatever you find fun and whatever you care about. It doesn't matter what it is. What matters is that you just have fun doing it. And in that way, beyond just helping 1, 10, 1,000, even 1 million people, hopefully you can get to the stage where you can build something that helps 1 billion. Yeah?
From what age do these teachers help children?
So for you guys, you'd have to use your parents' phone. So when you go home, if you want to, you can just write this down in your diary, and you can give it to your parents, so whenever you need help, you'd write it through your parents' phone. And then when you get a little bit older, in like maybe secondary school or college, you can have your own phone with your own account. Yeah?
What are the first steps to
Find a problem. Step number 1. Step number 2. No. Yeah? You just find something that you want to change.
Games.
What about games?
Oh no, I watched game shows.
So what do you want to do?
octopus.
They're like 13-year-old children and they've got their own game company.
So make yours.
I don't know.
Okay then. that was a good conversation.
So you're left step 1.
Yeah.
What if you don't want to make, like, if you have a job, but you don't, but you like if you want to be something, and like you, how to explain it, it's not one of these companies where you want to try and help people, like, like an architect.
When I say help people, what do I mean? Help people doesn't have to mean giving them charity. In my case, I'm helping people by helping them learn, right? Something like YouTube. You guys know YouTube, right?
Yeah.
YouTube helps people by letting them watch videos. You can help people in a lot of different ways. It doesn't have to be in one way only. So even architecture, you help people by building them homes and buildings. That's still helping you. Okay, guys, I know it's coming towards the end of like the day, and I've kept you guys after your home time. So.
Can you just talk about when you were at Google?
Oh,
so
yes.
That's one step you missed.
Okay. Let's take a question. Go on. The best thing to do would be to speak to your parents and use their phone, even. Okay. So when I finished university, by the way, I worked for this company called Google. Do you guys know what Google is?
Oh, yeah. Everyone.
They're the guys that own YouTube too. So Google's a really fun place to work, by the way, because they give you like lots of free food. You had like 5 restaurants, you had swimming pools, we had.
And instead of stairs,
Not in my office, no, that was in a different country, but they have that too. So they have like tons of really cool things, table tennis and all this other stuff. Now when I did get the job for Google, and you guys can do this too easily, they didn't ask me what degree did I get. So when I did the interview with them and stuff, it wasn't about, what did you study, it was everything else, like tell me about your business and what did you build and what did you make. So when you have fun making something and solving problems, it's actually amazing for you no matter what. And it's better than what most people in the world will ever have, because most people aren't problem solvers. They don't think like that. Most people just help other people solve problems. What you guys want to do is take it to the next level where you find the problem and you start fixing it as well. Yeah.
So did you take the job from Google?
I did, and I worked there for about a year. And then after that, I moved on to start and focus properly on this. Yeah.
Is there an age limit for your app?
Yes, so to sign up, you have to be to go as a student, you have to be at least 13. If you're less than 13, you just use your parents' account.
What if can you log into your parents' account on your phone?
It has to be with your parents' permission.
Okay.
And it's always done as your parents as well. Yes?
So, what if you have a business but you want to start another business?
Go for it.
Do the same business. And both of them at the same time.
You can do 2 businesses at the same time. Sometimes you might find it hard because you can't focus on both. But if you can, go for it. What I would say is if you have an idea, maybe spend lots of time on that thing first until it becomes really good, and then start something else, because it's normally quite hard to do both at the same time. Okay. Guys, shh.
Listen carefully.
He's even a table tennis player.
Oh, okay, that's really cool. Can you play table tennis? You play with your dad? Can you beat him?
My dad is like a world champion at table tennis.
One day.
He is. Isn't he?
Okay, guys, I have been talking too much, I think. I know it's your home time, so thanks a lot for hanging out for the last 15-20 minutes. Hopefully you guys have fun. Assalamu alaikum.
Can we have a big round of Jazakallah for Sheikh Ismail?
Jazakallah.
So how do you pronounce that?